So Trip is sponsoring some of the episodes, which is amazing, which is why we've got some beautiful cans here. The flavours are strawberry, wild strawberry, which is lightly sparkling, and it contains magnesium, lion's mane, and chamomile with lemon balm. Now, I do sometimes question some of these things, but I have thoroughly enjoyed using Trip, and you like Trip.
I do, and you know me, I'm anti everything until I've got solid evidence. I like the lemon basil flavour. I enjoy the elderflower and mint flavour as well. I'm not being paid, by the way. I'm saying this is truth. I do subscribe personally to Trip. I am just a coffee and tea drinker normally, and I hate fizzy drinks, but this is a great alternative for somebody who doesn't tend to want to drink the traditional
and it tastes good.
It's really good, and it does what it says on the tin.
Focus.
Yes.
But this podcast, we've been recording for over 2 hours now, and
I've only had
been 30 minutes. So it's gone really, really good. Also, they did send me some fantastic magnesium gummies. Have you tried those?
I haven't tried the gummies, but you know I'm a fan of magnesium. So it's a really, really good source of magnesium replacement. Always remember that when you take anything, when you ingest anything, that it has to be distributed over the whole body. So, but whenever you do anything topically, it'll go directly to the areas. So yeah. Enjoy magnesium and
Trip.
Yeah.
Like I said, link is going to be in the description. It's in my bio as well on my Cocktail with James Instagram and TikTok, and also my personal Instagram and TikTok account, which is JamesAllen96 _. You can go on the links and use JamesAllen96 for 10% off everything. I've also done a storefront as well. So if you go on there, you can see the storefront that I've made of products that I've used, or I would like to use, or I would recommend. So go on there and get 10% off.
Gutted.
Why?
Because I currently subscribe and I'm not going to get my 10%.
Just use a different email.
No.
Today I'm joined by a legend, a friend, and also now a family member, skincare founder, green world earth domination. He's kind to the planet. He's kind to our pores. It's Auntie Al.
Oh, that was so nice.
Was it?
Yeah, I love how you big all your guests up, and it's really, really flattering. But
do you not believe it?
No, I just don't know what to say back. No,
that's a lie. You know what to say all the time.
Genuinely, that was really lovely. Do my best.
Yeah.
Arcade skincare, informative skincare.
Yeah.
Made in Wales.
Yeah.
Supported by Welsh influencers.
Yeah.
And
Tony.
And Tony. Tony is a ledge. That hair. Should I be really random? Because you know I'm just going to do random.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's go.
I'm just going to show you how cheap and nasty I am. I was in Farm Foods picking up some drinks.
You worry about skincare and then you're eating shit from.
No. I was buying waters for the house, and as I was walking past, I noticed, and I never noticed they had a toy section by the tills.
Yeah.
As I looked over, I noticed they had Funko Pops there, and what I found even more drew my eye is they were characters from Queer Eye with a Funko Pop.
And you're like, oh my god, Tony, you're a Funko Pop.
Genuinely looked at it and thought, do you know what? Tony could say that there was a Funko Pop made after it. If I took that out of the box,
you could.
That could have been Tony. Beautiful pink sandals, a lovely maroon colour slack pants. I could see Tony rocking that with a Mulberry handbag.
Oh, he loves his Mulberry handbag.
I can see
his vintage handbag.
I mean, that is a treat. Both the vintage and the new.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Well, he's a classy man.
He's a luxury girl.
I wanted Alex on, one, because he's a very good friend. He makes fantastic content, and he's not gonna filter anything. He's probably gonna make me lose my influencing job once I post this.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna enrich people's lives with things they didn't know they needed.
Yes, absolutely. That's what you want. So I guess let's give everyone a bit of an overview so we know each other. Not everyone knows that we know each other. So how did we meet? You tell your perspective and I'll tell mine, because Alex hated me.
The water board came. They did. They virtually fucking knocked the door down to come and read my meter. Huge convenience, as if I remember rightly, myself and my lovely Supreme Maker Sue. No, Mike was downstairs working away. We were upstairs.
Okay.
Me meter's under me cupboard. So this gentleman came up my stairs.
He did.
Wanted to protrude in my meter. I was rather cross because my hands were full at the time. This could go anywhere.
This
couldn't
could go.
It could go anywhere. I wanted to read the meter for my bill. Me and Sue got chatting, as we always do when lovely gentlemen frequent our kitchen. Wanted to know the ins and outs of a duck's ass, as they say, and find out what his gender was, why he, why he was there, why he worked for Welsh Water, the usual things. He just wanted to probably leave at that point, but we wouldn't let him. So yeah, he got talking, just asking what we were doing there. And when obviously we said, we weren't making cupcakes for the PTA fete at the local school, it was actually skincare we were making. His eyes actually lit up. So, I mean, that's testament to you. He got excited on your behalf.
Oh, that's nice.
And he said, in a very, very nice way, oh, my brother-in-law? If I remember, is that right? Brother-in-law?
Yeah, so this person we are talking about, his name's Dominic. He's my sister's wife.
You're giving my story or your sister's
sorry.
wife?
He's my sister's husband. Which is my brother-in-law, sister's husband. He works for Welsh Water, and yeah, they went and read Mike and Alex's. And
I was going the long way
round.
round. You've spoiled it now.
Well, no, because she's a brother-in-law.
I wasn't sure at the time, though, was your sister, were they married?
Yeah, okay.
So they married.
So you've been let in, we broke the fourth wall, but continue to your
okay.
story.
So, then was telling me about you, not about all of you, just that you had an interest in skincare, that you were a local girl, and you enjoyed supporting other local girls,
yeah,
and their endeavours, and skincare was a big thing. So could he take a leaflet? So we gave him one of Emma's cards and a leaflet. We gave him some bits anyway, and we were just saying about what we did, and then he went downstairs and had a chat with Mike, because obviously I said, look, the science bit I don't do, but it all stems from a passion of mine.
Yeah.
Giving him the tea of the behind the scenes. And I think within a fortnight, was it? Fate called. A tall, dark, handsome stranger.
With a wig.
At the time, I didn't clock the pay. Mike clocked the pay.
Did he?
And yeah, but I didn't. I was calling him a liar. I said that no, he's far too young and spunky for a pay. But it was a good one.
Thanks.
It was a very good one. And I just thought you were going to be. See you next Tuesday. I did. I thought he's going to be one of these really mean gays. He's going to come in really judgmental of our little business. Our efforts to change the world, one block of Newport at a time.
Yeah.
And you actually, like I say to you all the time, you shocked me because you're not that mean gay.
No,
you're not a mean gay.
Yeah.
Very supportive. Like any family member, we can drive each other nuts sometimes, but we've always got each other.
Do we? I don't think I've driven you nuts.
Oh, you have. You drive me nuts all the time.
I don't know how. He doesn't drive me nuts.
No, because I'm a good person.
I'm quite nice.
No, I mean, for me, when I give references, it's not like a weird way. So if I give like the Judith Chalmers reference about something and you go, I don't know what that is, I only am like with you because I'm like, oh, James, you make me feel really old. You make me feel really old when I speak. And I just consider you the same
age.
Yeah, like you're there and you've had
fine.
all the same experiences. But then you give things to me and I feel like I should be in a care home. Because I'm like, I don't understand these references that you're giving me. And I want to, but I genuinely...
Like, the best way to describe it is when you and I share things to each other on Instagram, that's completely different.
Like, something that I think is, like, amazingly hilarious.
I just don't reply to.
Oh, that's nice. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. So, in my roundabout way of how that happened, everything how it all started with my brother-in-law showing up to this shop and skincare factory, kitchen. Both.
I like calling it a kitchen.
Call it a kitchen, the
Yeah.
skincare kitchen. And then I think Dom gave me basically like a card with information on. So I think we followed each other. And I remember, I know exactly what happened. I messaged you in the gym. I was in the gym.
Was it like a Madonna moment? See, then I do these references.
But what's the Madonna moment?
Like, so in American Pie, she says, met him at the gym. You know the song? American Pie? No.
I thought he was on about American Pie, the film.
No.
There's a song called American Pie by Madonna.
Yeah, originally done by Don McLean.
Okay.
See, and then I go, this is where I go, oh,
This is where he gets annoyed at
James.
me. So we'll just say yes, there was a Madonna moment.
There was a Madonna moment. You were at the gym.
Then I messaged the Arcade Skincare and said, hey, I love everything you're doing. I would love to come and meet you and do something about breaking down like the walls or stigmas of what skincare is and how we can get into the behind the scenes and why skincare isn't actually potentially 100% good for everybody.
But
something around those lines.
That was, from our perspective of a business, not only a really, really great honour that somebody that was in that business. That, I mean, let's not beat around the bush. Most skincare influencers are predominantly led by money and opportunity.
Well, I'm not, because I still do a full-time job.
No, you know what I mean. Like some of their promotions or the things they do are based around them, their influence of things they've been gifted or they've been paid to speak about. So for somebody to come in and genuinely say, from a small business perspective, I really enjoy your cause and I want to support that from a perspective of let's educate people in the way not only they use skincare but the choices they make. That was really refreshing because you don't get that. And so that was like the first nod of an honour. And then the second was that how do I explain this? The lift that it would give us being a very, very small business.
Just hold on 2 seconds. Turn the mic.
Oh, what have I done? Oh.
And just make sure, I was just looking because it's quite far.
It's taking me back to being 16 again. I mean, you know,
what?
You're not doing it right.
You're not.
Turn that around.
I'm just concerned because my thing's gone off, so I can't see what the levels are doing.
Okay.
But
I'll keep it close.
Yes, just be mindful of where it is.
Yeah.
If you see me looking at your hands, because I'm like checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and it was about that elevation and obviously bringing us to a broader audience, because obviously we make everything in Newport. We're based in Newport. We are very much a Welsh brand, but to branch out and do and reach people, that's like massive. That's really, really big. So that, oh, excuse me, that's a beautiful trip. It is. I feel like I'm fizzy in my mouth. But yeah, it was one of those, this is going to really do something, and this person's come into our lives very much for a reason. And I know you believe things like that. I believe the universe, good and bad, gives us things for a reason, whatever that is, people, situations, opportunities. So we felt like it was a really, really good, but then that, as I always do, that doom of, oh, is he going to be a dickhead though? Oh, is he going to be one of these really mean?
And you can't be blamed, because anytime I meet somebody, whether literally, if I meet somebody new or I've spoken to someone online, say it's dating or whatever, it could not even dating, I always get the same reaction. I thought you would just be completely different.
I mean, and it is
I don't know why.
It's one of those really bad things that we all do. And everybody does it. There's a stigma of, if somebody is attractive or sort of has something, a feature, you know, is they're popular or, you know, can I push famous?
Oh,
but you know what I mean. Like, there's any notable,
there was more notoriety back then than there is now.
Oh, don't be daft.
Yeah, there was.
No.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Yeah, there was.
You're still on your journey.
True, thanks. Yes, famous.
So yeah, famous. Any kind of characteristic like that.
Yeah.
From the small man's perspective, you always think, oh Jesus, because it's that they can make or break you. Oh, just
happen the math.
Yeah, just the math. The top.
Just the math.
It can make or break you. It can scare you because you don't want them to, you know, feel like they're better than you, or vice versa. But you didn't do that. You turned up and you weren't a dick, which was really, really nice, because I'd set you up to be a dick before I met you.
Which is so funny.
Now it is, because I know you, and it's like, he's not that person. But anyone who's really honest would go, this is a great opportunity, really intimidating. I suppose like anything, people have spoken in your podcast previously, there's that, what's the catch?
Yeah, true. But like I said, I get that a lot of the time.
And I get it, but I don't.
So that's why I was like nonchalant in the sense of being like, oh, well, it's not like proving everyone wrong, but it's more like Yeah, it's fine. You're right. It's fine.
I keep looking for the writing now.
Yeah, it's not like proving anyone wrong, but I just think, oh, whatever, I'll live in my energy, and if people don't like me, don't like me, but I know I'm not a bad person.
It's not that you give that off.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
It's that it comes with an assumption.
Mm.
And I think we do it with anybody that's in that kind of position. And that's a sad human characteristic. That's not about you. That's about the people and like the way society perceives it.
Yeah, basically. So that's how we met. That was over a year ago now. Yeah,
that's mad.
Over a year ago, and then we went on like a big journey where we made some amazing we made some amazing skincare content. We did like an educational video.
We did.
We looked into. So I gave them a challenge where I said I love this product that I was given a few weeks ago by this really cool brand which I love working with.
And it was a beautiful product.
And it was a great.
It was a great product.
A really, really good product. But the whole ethos of their business, which I'll let obviously Alex go into, was.
No, I think you can explain it well.
You've been
in it long and you're in the family enough now that you understand.
I'll try. Yeah. So the whole business is vegan, cruelty-free, 100% recycled. Just kind to your skin, kind to the earth, kind to yourself. That's.
Yeah.
Who they are, and it's also very, it's friendly universally, but it's also very. I don't know how to explain it. It's friendly to those who are a bit different. I don't know how to explain it, and I mean different in the best possible way.
So the brand was aimed at people with predominantly skin conditions, eczema, psoriasis, sensitivities was the big one, because we know there's a lot of ingredients that affect people and limits their choice to skincare, and we didn't want people to be excluded. Then when we went on the journey, we understood that when people suffer cancer, that they're very limited to the cosmetics and the skincare they can use, because obviously a lot of because it's a big organ, and anything you put on can be absorbed into your body, and if you go into radiotherapy or chemotherapy, it can counteract that. It can mix in with that, and it's not very good for you. So we wanted to do something for people suffering as well, so they still felt like they could still carry on a routine or still enjoy skincare at a tough part in their lives. But it was also the giving people the freedom and the choice to understand, like they do with foods, what actually is you consuming in your body and what you are actually putting on, which is a really, really big one. And I'm sure we'll get to the why.
Yeah, we will
in a minute.
But it is a brand that makes amazing skincare, but also there's education behind it. And when I say education, it's true education as to what's in it, why it's in it. Only the ingredients that need to be in it are in the skincare as well. So it's not fluffed up. It's not full of bulking agents. It's nothing like that, and that's why I love the idea of what arcade skincare.
The product you made, can I say, is the third top selling arcade product across, and as you know, we ship all over the UK
and the world.
We do
and to Hollywood, Fantastic
Canada,
Four.
We do. No, so we.
Sorry,
Hollywood was Jackie B.
Hollywood, Jackie B.
Yeah, and we were part of her TV show. But the Gel to Milk Cleanser, which won the Vegan Beauty Award, is used in Pinewood Studios in the makeup department.
That's it. Yeah, was it on Fantastic Four?
It was in Marvel films.
Fantastic Four.
I feel like I'm doing the NDA comment with a guest that I listened to today. But it's used in Disney and Marvel productions.
There we go.
But yeah, so and it actually influenced the people using it to change the routine within the makeup department. Because when Emma initially had the contact from a few of the people that worked there, they wanted it sold in vats so they could buy in mass. And it was a really, really difficult choice, because obviously you get somebody that contacts you from a brand like that. You don't want to say no, because you know that it could mean, if it goes well, a really, really good income. But not only a really good, that's my ring doorbell, by the way. Somebody, the fairies are super cool. The fairies are coming. Yeah, really big, but you really don't want to say no. But ethically, I knew, and we all knew as a family, that we didn't want to go against the ethos that we stood really strong for was, eco and no plastic. And it would mean we would have to, because the pump that would be needed for the vat, there would be plastic elements. The scoops, they would be plastic. So at the time felt like stupidly, but glad we stuck to our guns, said, we're really sorry, you know, we can't supply in anything plastic based. But if you want to proceed in a way that's eco-friendly, then we're happy to adapt. And Emma came running in the shop then and said they've come back and they've changed makeup studios. They thought, oh, excuse me, the trip again, it's lovely, but it's killing me. It's come back up to say hello, as one would say. They've changed to wooden spatulas. They're gonna buy as you produce, you know, because aluminium's ultimately recyclable multiple times. And they're really interested in other products to use as well. So it made them rethink the way they use product, the way they use plastics, not only with the company, but then obviously they were using a product for the people they were working on.
Yeah.
You know, whether they were big stars or, you know, people like us, extras. You know, it was all used. We had a lovely email then to say that the downtime, we'd saved so much downtime between shots and taking makeup off that it helped make the production easy. And I'm gathering that
that's good. Saves money, yeah.
So every month now, our wonderful friends at Pinewood will place an order, and you know, we know that somewhere in the realms of whatever they're filming, you know, that they Arcade Skincare is on their face. You know, we could have taken Hugh Jackman's
on there.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman's makeup off. You know, Hugh Jackman could have seen. Well, they wouldn't have seen your face. Oh no, they do buy vitamin C.
They buy the vitamin C.
They do buy
Inspired by
vitamin C,
James. That stuff
and
is
your
on there.
face is on there. But you know, it's really inspiring to see that these people were that impressed. Not only did they buy it to make a difference to the people they use it on, but they changed the ethos, and that's the most important thing about this journey for us. It's not about becoming billionaires. It's not about, you know, making huge amounts of money and being multinational. The thing is just to inspire people to make healthy choices, and that's really, really important in lots of things in life. But skincare is one of those niche markets that people really don't think.
Yes, yeah.
Because it's always dictated by budget.
Care.
Yeah.
People think it's safe and good.
People haven't got a lot of money to spend on things they don't see as a necessity. So when you're treating yourself to something, you know, as we would say, a luxury product, you know, it is really important that the people get it right and it suits them. Look at me being all like sensible and shit.
You're being sensible.
I know, I am.
I don't know why. You can go off the cuff and swear. And
I know, I got a message and say, am I allowed to swear?
I don't know why you asked you that.
It's probably, they say that people who swear a lot are more right. It's
come back to say hello.
Come back up to say hello.
Said, do you want to go on another one?
Yeah. Not today, Doreen. Not today, Doreen.
So yeah, so that's. Would you say that is Arcade in a nutshell?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, natural, eco-friendly, vegan, multiple award winning now. Skincare produced, ethically sourced. You know, there's no bulking agents, there's no nasties, as we know there are in. And a lot of these big companies that sell you the dream, and because you're a marketer's wet dream, you love a bit of packaging.
Well, I'm a brand's wet dream because I do.
Exactly, and it's lovely, and it's great that it gets people involved and liking the situation.
Yeah.
But I think it's more important that we're aware. This is probably going to sound wrong because it's your podcast, it's called Cocktails, but as much as we should be aware of what we're putting in our mouths, we should also be aware of what we're putting on our body.
Yeah.
And I just think people are good at marketing stuff as being good for you.
Yes.
And you know, that's not always the way.
It's not always the way.
It's not always the way.
If you didn't know Alex, and you should know him by now with that intro, he's a raging homosexual.
Crazy
raging homosexual.
Crazy raging.
And with those Crocs he's got on, I don't know if you can show the audience, lift your leg higher.
I can't say.
Lift your leg higher.
Oh God, I'm like a Tiller girl. See, and you can go, what's that? This is where we struggle.
I don't know who that is, but I'm going to imagine it's like a can girl.
They were a famous can girl group. Another Google. I love giving you these.
I'm not going to Google any of this. I'm going to just... I'll put the references at the end.
I make you Google things because it's really educational. You should know these.
I'm not gonna use those words ever
They
again.
might
So
inspire
I
you.
thought it would be nice. We're gonna take it departure from skincare. We are gonna come back, but I thought it would be nice because we are. How many generations are between us?
I
3,
left
4?
school when you were born, so I don't know how.
And when was that?
Well, oh no, you were born in '96.
Yeah.
No, I left school in '98.
So I was 3.
You were 2.
2 or 3.
When I left high school.
Isn't that mad?
Yeah, I went out into the world. So yeah, I'd say I'm probably a generation above you.
Yes, very much. Are you a millennial?
Apparently, I
You
don't
are a
like that.
millennial.
I don't like
I'm
that
Gen
term.
Z.
I don't like that term, but apparently I am. I think we should find like something else.
You're a millennial though. You are it's millennial. You have.
But I feel like
energy.
I'm not, because if you think when I grew up.
Yeah.
So I was born in 1982.
Yeah.
So I lived all of the 80s growing up in a world that doesn't look anything like what, say, like my nephew grows up in now, or even the time when I was coming out of high school when you grew up.
Yeah.
You know, the world has evolved so much in the last 40 years. How different the world is.
Yeah. I guess I can't agree because
You don't know any different.
I think the word I don't know any different.
And that's not a bad thing.
No.
I think it's nice to reflect. It's nice to be appreciative of the people that came before you, to understand that the struggles you got now were nothing like they had.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. That's how I wanted to.
And that's really important that we understand that every generation is different, and what you may not feel is a struggle now because you went through something considerably different, doesn't mean to say that that struggle is not real.
Yeah.
For the time currently, I mean, we're kids of gay was not spoken about.
Yeah.
So when people say, when did you know you were gay? I didn't know that I was gay because gay wasn't the thing that anybody spoke about. It was invisible. Like, I knew I was different. That didn't have a name on it. Me and you have these conversations about this word. I can't embrace it because in my time, it had a very negative impact. It still does now on my life. I hate the word. I'm glad that it's been reclaimed. I'm glad that people celebrate it. But for me, it hurts. I don't like queer.
Yeah.
I can't embrace queer or faggot.
It's fine. Oh no. I don't want to embrace that
I don't
either.
But there's people that celebrate those words, and that's fine. That's great. I'm glad that they come back and they've done great things. Like in the 30s, gay meant happy, but now gay means, I don't know if it still means happy. It could do, I don't know. But I know the gay means, same-sex love, and that's great. Connotations of language change things, but queer, we got beat up for queer.
Yeah.
There'd be men.
Oh yeah.
Who would wait
outside?
An insult,
isn't it?
Who'd wait outside the bars. That, it's nice now because everybody can enjoy a gay bar. But back then, you only went to a gay bar because you were gay or you were curious. Yeah. But those queer spaces weren't safe because people would infiltrate those spaces to do horrible things, to hurt people, to say horrible things. I remember once there was a bar on Mary Ann Street called Atlantica, and the rugby in Cardiff, opposite. It was called the Jury's Hotel. I don't know where the CIA is now, on the big sleep hotel.
Yeah. So
that building there used to be a huge gay bar and gay club.
There is a gay bar there. It's called the Eagle.
I've not been in there.
A similar location.
Well, we left once. There'd been a match on in what was then, I was going to say Cardiff Arms Park. That's going back a bit far, but in the Millennium Stadium.
Yeah.
And this group of guys had come over from the game, waited outside the club knowing that everyone would leave to go to Charles Street to go to Club X or Exit. And literally, like lemmings, everyone saw this group of guys would run.
Were you there?
I was there. I managed to get away. A lot of people got seriously injured. And the only thing he was baiting, because they left, they were fueled with drink. They thought, and decided, we're going to just beat up these queers. So when everyone goes, I'm queer, it's not that I don't think that you shouldn't enjoy that and celebrate that. But there was violence, There was violence at home because of that word. There was violence in the streets because of that word. We were still very much coming out the back end of Section 28. That's a good one for everybody to Google that's interested. You know, you don't speak about it, you don't educate people about it.
Yeah, because teachers, it was some, was it, so Section 28, was that a law?
So it was, I don't know enough about sex. I don't want to read about something that won't let me be free and won't let people understand. And it is a very small part of my personality and my being. There's so many more interesting things about me than I'm gay. But people do like to focus on a label.
Yeah.
But from what I understand it was something that was introduced that you weren't allowed to educate children or speak about it in the family setting of what gay was. You couldn't teach gay sex. I do think it contributed to a lot of the AIDS crisis because people became completely oblivious. People weren't educated about sex like they weren't now. You know, there were no precautions, there was no safety, especially not when gay wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
You know, you lunged yourself into this world that nobody knew and everyone was feeling their way in the dark. Take that as a pun if you want. You know, but
dark rooms no more.
You were navigating a situation you didn't know. All you knew was that the world didn't want you to be part with them. And that was sad. And even members of your own families didn't want you to be seen as gay or queer or LGBTQ plus because it was almost like a shame. And sad times. I'm just glad that there are children can openly say now I feel this way and I am this person, and they're not told they're wrong.
Well, they're not feeling any shame.
Yeah,
I completely get.
And you don't have to, and there's enough. There's enough out there now. We've got enough of it on TV. We had no references, and if there were references, they were always super like camp. Like
they were
we were the butt of the joke.
You were the butt of the joke, or they were the comedian. They were always a side character.
And I mean, a lot of people slate down the gay world and say it's really bad. We shouldn't have that. But genuinely, without that representation, we wouldn't get the good stuff. We wouldn't have had Queer as Folk. We wouldn't have had It's a Sin. We wouldn't have had Years and Years. All these things before us. Because there's a lot of like gay snobbery around representation. And I think as long as someone's talking about it, as long as it's there, we're not being missed.
Yeah, I think, and representation matters regardless.
It does.
Even though we're in the 21st century and things seem fine for us, it's still lots of...
People need to be seen and be heard.
Yeah, people, all walks of life.
We absolutely, people can't exist in worlds if I don't know who I should be. Because that's dangerous. And they do, and it is. Reach out.
Yeah, reach out,
Just reach out.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you don't know, or you don't know somebody that's going to be, just say, if you don't know, can you show me who? That's really important. We've got to support each other.
Yeah. And that's one thing.
I didn't expect IBD.
I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Well, he literally just wanted to be swearing at me. And
I did. I wanted
to all his tomfoolery. He usually rips me to shit after.
I do.
And if he's not doing that, it means he's angry. But he's he's getting into it. But I guess it's. What was I going to say then? I guess the way that you said support everyone. I think the way the community has changed from then till now is you kind of had to rally together. Whereas now sometimes it feels like it's all for one for all. No, that's the wrong saying. It's like just all for one.
Yeah, I think very much identity is really, really important. You've got to stand as you first, whatever that looks like. But in support is, even if you don't believe or understand the cause, the really, really important things we got to do as human beings is just be kind and support. And it might not be right for you. You might not understand it, but fuck it, learn. Understand the differences, because it does make us better people when we're enriched with other things. I mean, half the shit you've shown me that I never even knew about.
Such as?
Where do I go?
Rosebuds?
Rosebuds?
Oh my God.
I mean, genuinely, I was expecting a cellophane in Tesco's.
I've never rosebudded. Will never rosebud. But I educated Mike, which is Alex's lovely husband and friend of mine. We were sat in their shop one day and I was like, do you know what rosebudding is?
I genuinely...
They're like, no. So I got my phone.
And I've been through some shit in my life, but when I saw that, I mean, that was on the scale of blue waffle for me.
Yeah, it really
and that
is.
was a discovery.
Not Bonnie Blue, by the way, blue waffle.
I don't know, that's another thing you can Google.
You don't even know what Bonnie Blue is?
No, I know Bonnie Blue is,
Oh.
but blue waffle, that was another thing I had to go and I was like, actually, that's the thing. Because generally, I've got to that stage in my life now where I think everyone gets there, where most people speak to me and I go, that's got to be made up. People don't actually.
Oh.
I saw the picture. The other one was Yum Bum.
Yum Bum, yes.
Honestly,
that's got to go somewhere one day. Yum Bum.
It will. Oh, excuse me, that was the trip. Lovely
Trip's
trip.
come back.
But I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, Yum
like
Bum.
Genuinely, I never got taught to shave. Nobody ever taught me.
Do you mean face or body?
Anywhere. Nowhere. I didn't have.
It's given bird's nest.
Like genuinely, my stepfather was very bigoted. So the thought of me being involved in the life was I had to be very distant. There was no like paternal feeling there. I was just an inconvenience. So to have any kind of relationship to show you something basic was not there. So then when you're telling me, they do things like, moisturise the anus. I mean, I do heard of anal bleaching, but I've got female friends, and Yum Bum as a potential big market
product one day.
And I mean, I genuinely didn't think there would be people, but then we introduced each other to Whole Talks.
Yes, we did Whole Talks.
And I'm like, there's a whole world of everything that I don't know about still.
Yeah, and that's great of having two generations.
That's the generational thing when it works.
Yeah, I think Alex introduced me to having your bum hole Botox.
Yeah,
which I think is crazy. And the Yum Bum thing is like, I'm not gonna go into it because I think one day it could be a fantastic thing to come into the world. But yeah, there's things that people do know that make pleasure better or pleasure more extreme.
I think.
Or probably as always has been, but
sex
more
was very taboo.
A
few generations, it wasn't open. Yeah, but I mean, it was with your friends, with a bottle of Lambrini.
Not a single man on a podcast just talking about
and Grindr. I mean,
we love Grindr.
Genuinely, I just went to post office and bought stamps. Who knew you could go on an app and just download men?
Yeah.
That's nuts. I mean, back then.
Well, you're not downloading men.
You essentially are. I mean, you're getting their deets and you're
getting the deets, you're getting the D-pics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And listening to episode 4, which I did preparing myself for today.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, James.
What?
Very candid.
But was it?
But honestly, there was a bit of it because we'd spent so much of growing up hiding who we were. To be that liberal now, even I do that clutch my pearls thing sometimes, and not because you shock me, because I'm quite like, oh my god, I can't believe that people speak like that.
Yes,
because it is. You didn't, for the longest of time, I convinced myself that Uma Thurman in Batman and Robin as Poison Ivy was going to be my girlfriend, and I actually fancied the Spice Girls.
Did you?
Neither of those comments are true, but
you were just physically, you were just upset.
It was just something that I could relate to. That if I said to somebody, it's sort of like, oh, but he's all right because he fancies girls.
So my thing back in the day when I was younger, which was like, oh, he obviously likes girls because he fancies these women, was Beyonce. Still to this day, obviously, and then Lara Croft. I literally, in my bedroom, I had the poster of Beyonce on the one wall, and the wall in front of me, I had a poster of Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and that was purely because I was obsessed with how fiercely badass these women are to this day, and I just admired their badassery and their get up and go, and like, I'll take it and I'll have what I want, and nothing to do with how they looked or their body and nothing like that. It was I admired who they were as women, and I wanted to be like that. Didn't want to be a woman, but I just wanted to be fierce.
For me with my.
But yeah, same for you.
Exactly the same. But I'll give you a fun fact.
Go on.
Me and Kelly Rowland have the same birth date, year, day. Yes.
Is she the same age as you?
Exactly the same.
Is she?
Same birthday, same birth year.
I love that.
It's really weird because I go like, oh, I'm.
And how old are you now?
43.
43. Oh, Beyonce's older than you then?
Oh, she's younger.
She's 44. Isn't she?
Oh no, she's 81.
Yeah.
I was remembering the B-Day line then. Yeah, she's 81, isn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
9, 8.
No, it's not. 9, 8. 1.
No. Is it 7, 9? I would have to listen to B-Day again. But yeah, no, she does give her birth date in that, but Beyonce's just slightly older than me. But yeah, I remember.
And look at her on that stage.
She is absolutely fantastic. I was a super fan. And then she lost me after Lemonade. I don't know why.
So you don't like Renaissance?
I just stopped listening to everything after Lemonade. But I do love her. I am a big Destiny's Child fan.
Oh, he's a big D fan.
I big love the
Destiny D fan.
Destiny D?
Destiny
D fan. Yeah, got all the CDs.
This is where I'm not going to go, what's a CD? Because I know what a CD is.
Well, if I was to go to vinyl, you'd know what that was.
I know what vinyl
Did you ever come across a mini disc?
A mini disc?
Yeah.
So we're not on about a floppy disc.
No.
We're on about a mini disc. Is
So-
that a small version of a disc?
So it was essentially like a CD
Yeah.
plastic case. That it was like a cartridge they used to just put in.
Yeah, because my PSP had that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were huge for a while,
Yeah,
and then
but-
just died to death. But on the second hand market, they were.
Are they
How
worth it?
boring I am talking about.
Are they worth it? I know. That's
Yeah. Thanks, James. So flattering.
I was reading what's coming up next. So would you say there's been? How would you say? We'll go off to the topic of being gay in a minute because I know you don't. That doesn't define us. I just love talking about being gay. How would you?
I
say,
love being gay, but
I
I
love
don't
being
want that to just be the only.
just
thing
the only
about
thing.
me.
Yeah, exactly. Which I don't want it to be either. It's just
No.
It's just fun to talk about.
I feel like it's boring now.
It's relatable. To talk about.
Everybody wants to be.
I love listening to scandalous gay men talking.
Do you?
Yeah, like Trixie and Katya. Do you know who they are?
Yes.
RuPaul's
Oh,
Drag
I'm
Race.
not fucking old, James. Jesus
I
Christ.
love listening to them talk about their like booty holes and their hookups, and I love they're like icons for being a podcaster.
I've seen Catcher live.
I've not seen either of them.
I did have tickets for Trixie and Catcher,
Oh.
but I was unwell. See, if you'd have been my friend, it probably would have passed down
Yeah,
because I'm.
that's what Alex does now.
Yeah.
Passes me down all of his
I'm like, oh, James, I can't.
all of
go.
his show tickets to RuPaul's Drag Race.
But
cruises.
no, so I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race. So the first season, obviously, it was unheard of.
Did you watch it?
2009 on
Yeah.
E4. I used to record it on my Sky Plus box, and it used to be on at like 11 o'clock at night. And I'd go into work and talk, and nobody knew what it was. It was really, really weird. And then they played the second season, and then it just dropped off the face of the earth. And then they got a free channel on the TV called True TV, and they started playing season 4, and I was like, oh my god, it's still going. And then after season 4, obviously it just went nuts.
It went crazy.
But I remember the dark days, the dark times before the war, that when nobody, I literally would talk about this RuPaul's Drag Race,
no one know.
and it was on E4 at 11 o'clock at night. I recorded, didn't even stay up for, that's how bad it was. And yeah, everyone's like, what do you mean? Drag queens
What's
in a
drag
contest?
queens?
But no, it's definitely elevated, you know.
It's just a
talk.
cultural shift.
It's crazy.
Isn't it? It is a cultural shift. But yeah, so going back to Trix and Katya, they're like, I love listening to those, and they're very gay men talking about their lives of their very amazing lives that they live. But I love listening to gay men talking because no one will relate to being gay more, obviously,
No.
than a gay man. So having those stories where they say, oh, this has happened, that has happened, for me, I will sit and listen and be sat. Do you know what I mean? Like, I will take it in. Whereas, like, I listen to other podcasters who are like Luana the podcast. I don't know if you know who they are.
No.
So Anna Williamson, she does like loads of presenting. She has a show on Channel 4 called Celebs with Dating. She's like one of the experts on there. Then Louisa Zisman, she was on The Apprentice, and then she's like,
I remember Louisa from Big Brother.
Yeah, from Big Brother. So they have a podcast together. I love listening to them. Iconic as fuck. Another inspiration for doing a podcast. But they talk about so many things to do with women that I find are hysterical. I've got sisters, I've got a mum, a lot of female friends, but I can't relate 100%. So I don't zone out, but I think, oh, no wonder women love this so much, but I can't relate. But when it comes to gay men talking about whatever we're talking about, they listen and they lean in, you know. I
think the great thing about gay culture, like, is the yaka drag queens talking about their experiences, but the thing that was really, really controversial about Queer as Folk, which really, really got me out, because that was the first ever thing on TV that actually I stood up and went, oh my God, like, that's it. That's, you know, that's how I feel. That's what I see. They're my experience. It's not all of them, but I feel like there's a very pre-made sort of feeling of gay. Do you know like the Trixie and Cassia thing?
Yeah.
You know, the anonymous sex and the... Is that every gay man's experience?
What, hang on.
Or do you think
Yeah.
that's just because it's out there?
I think so. Obviously, it's probably not yours because you're happily married. But have you ever had that experience?
Not all of them, no. I mean, and even in the Queer as Folk days, like another one reference, like it was like Points of View.
Have you ever been to a glory hole?
Never.
Okay.
Now, I mean, I literally learned from my straight friend's husband about etiquette in a toilet. Genuinely.
What, as in like sticking your dick through a hole?
No. So apparently there was a very famous landmark in Newport. There's now a
Toilets.
cafe.
Yes, I know, the Ridgeway.
So apparently,
yeah.
that when people used to frequent there and they wanted to shake a man's hand in the other perspective, so the police didn't find them, that they would take bag for life shopping carrier bags and they would both stand in the bag. So when the police drove past, that you never saw two sets of feet, therefore they wouldn't stop and arrest you for soliciting. So when you'd pass the toilets, there would just be these Tesco, like, I don't know, a Lion King bag and just of these men's feet covering, they're in there, you know, as they say in the posh word, fellatio with each other, and you would never know. So if you walked up the Ridgeway with your dog at night and you saw a man with a Tesco bag full, I would bet you he wasn't buying a fucking loaf of bread.
What was he getting?
But I didn't know that. But I didn't know that. I genuinely, and I was like, that was an education for me.
My mum told me that when I was younger.
Right, we need to have a word with you.
With Alison.
Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, the gay men used to go in there.
I knew they go out. I didn't know about the bag scenario. And the other thing
I think you told me about that before.
The dogging up there.
Never been dogging.
Do you remember this is going back to TV shows. So there was a TV show on Channel 4 and it was called like Dogging. Something like that. Phil Mitchell was in there. He got arrested for that.
Phil Mitchell from EastEnders.
From EastEnders is a well-known dogger. Literally,
he got arrested.
Yeah, for dogging. So there's that spot by the toilets. And I just thought kids went up there to smoke weed and they just sat in their cars. Oh, no, bitch. I was walking my friend's dog with her nephew. We'd walked up there the one day. This guy swung the door open and he was like, do you want to watch fuck my wife? I was like...
With your nephew?
No, her nephew.
Her nephew, right.
Yeah, we were walking the dog for her. And I was like, you what? Do you want to watch me fuck my wife? And she had like one of those, you know, like a Venetian masks.
Yeah. With
the feathers.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, go on, it really turns me on. Like, I genuinely have got like a Highland Westie dog and a mutt, like, with me.
And how old was the child?
So, I say child, teenager. Child was 19.
Oh, well, they knew what was happening.
When's the last time you saw a lady whop a fucking Venetian mask out and ask her, can you watch my husband fuck me? It's a bit of an eye-opener. Just gone up to watch, you know, what do they call it? One of the Switzerland of Newport.
Yeah.
Just go and see the view and walk the dogs and be healthy. And
when you say swing the door open, what did they swing open?
The car door. Literally, and they were both bollock fucking naked.
It was in the afternoon?
Yeah.
No.
Honest to God, and these people there, and then obviously there was a big thing on Channel 4 about this programme, Dogging.
And this is the Ridgeway, isn't it?
This is the Ridgeway, yeah.
Yeah,
and it still goes on now. And I just thought, as kids haven't got anywhere to smoke, you know, they just want to be left there. They don't want their parents to know. No, I said, oh, fucking tatty tits, swinging the door open on me. Do I want to watch your husband fucking? No, thank you, love.
You just said no and what's off?
But what do you say? Like, genuinely. But I know there are people that would go, oh, yeah, go on then. Do you know what I mean?
What, so you were just sat in the car?
Well, no, I didn't get in the car.
No, is that what would have happened? Someone would have just
gone so they open the car doors and the bonnets and people just gather round to watch.
I can't. That's insane, isn't it?
On our doorstep, James.
Well, now I know where to go.
Nowhere to go.
I know
but
then
but we didn't, like, I didn't have that exposure. Like, I don't know about glory holes. Saunas I learned about.
There's a sauna that's like 20 minutes from us right now. Never been.
I don't believe that.
Never been.
I
was asked yesterday, actually. Someone said, do you want to go to the gay sauna? And I said, no.
I knew the guy that cleaned it, if that helps.
No, because I think what makes me feel a bit funny about going into a gay sauna is you have to be like completely butt naked.
You don't.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's days where you can go and there's towels, but the general consensus is naked.
I don't mind going. I wouldn't mind going to a sauna that's friendly for everyone, but if I wanted to do something with a person, then I wouldn't. That person can see whatever. But if it's just generally sitting there in the jacuzzi having a chit chat, I don't want everyone seeing.
If I'm sat there in the jacuzzi having a cup of tea, whatever, cocktail, and then someone just turns to me and goes, "Fancy a wank?"
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
That's, to me, I don't know how I would deal with those kinds of scenarios because I don't.
I probably. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Generation.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but genuinely, like, I'm not a prude, but I don't know how to deal with those kinds of scenarios.
I guess that's good. You still got some innocence left.
I don't know.
Some small amount.
Wee bit.
Oh, well.
But I genuinely, not am uncomfortable with sex, but to sit there and have some man that you don't know go, "Do you fancy a wank?" And they're not even ask like for my phone number or, you know, what's my favourite drink. Like, we got to have a connection for
Today's sponsor of the podcast is the Greenhouse in Newport.
Yeah. But genuinely, like, you haven't even bought me a drink.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even know what my favourite pudding is. You want to stick your hands on
Well, on these dating apps, literally half the time.
That's why you just download people.
This is what it looks like. Would you like to go? And half the time it's like, yeah, within 30 minutes. Wham bam.
I mean, look at you. That one you came in, you had a whole story.
What was the story?
He had a brand new carpet. He had a lovely door.
We're going to move on to Auntie Al being raw, unfiltered, and even more honest than he already has been.
This is my dear dream moment. I've been waiting for this.
It is.
The Sun will pick me up to run the column next.
I hope they do, because it's
should.
fantastic.
They should do. Let's go. Give it to me, girl.
Oh, hang on, I've got to explain it to everyone listening.
Oh, I thought,
hang on. You know what? Alex knows what's coming. So, Alex knows what's coming. I have asked all my lovely listeners and followers across TikTok, Instagram, podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube to send in some potential dilemmas, confessions, etc., and some of them are outrageous, some of them are quite fun, some of them are so PG, but we've picked a few.
Okay.
I say we. I've picked a
few.
You picked a few. I'm completely
read. I just want to, because you said I can be completely.
So he's going to go.
I can be
completely
myself.
Balls to the wall. Be yourself. Give the advice that people need, not
the
what
need, not
need.
Want. Yeah.
What people need to hear, not want to hear.
Yes.
Okay. So if you've got to upset a few people,
that's fine.
You're going to have to do that
because it comes with love.
And it comes with love.
Yeah, it does.
Or just comes.
If I didn't care, I wouldn't say. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to know the answer, don't ask me.
And sometimes the things I do, I've done after, and then I tell Alex because I'm scared of.
Because you know I'm going to watch.
I'm scared of the shame. Right, first of all, I've read the first bit. Do you know what airdrop is?
No.
So airdrop is like sending someone, like on iPhones, you can send pictures to each other via something called airdrop.
Is it like Bluetooth?
Basically.
Infrared?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
infrared for the girlies who were born in 1980.
See, I told you it was bad.
So it says, first one, I accidentally airdropped a nude to a stranger at a drag brunch recently, and now that stranger is dating my ex. I only found out because they posted a pic from the same bed I bought for me and my ex. I recognised the IKEA throw. Chris face.
This, honestly.
Part of me thinks the nude was fate, but now I kind of want him back. Should I come clean and say I was the mystery sender, or should I enjoy the drama in silence?
Well, my first thing is you could probably get away with not saying anything, because if you're dating that person already and they don't recognise that dick, they obviously won't suck in it for very long. Because when you're with somebody, you know, you learn about their body, you know their body. So that's number one. Number two, why were they in the same vicinity as this other person? Is the dick sender a little stalkery?
Well, yeah, that's the thing that got me.
Because I really struggle with why you were there. You know, because we've all done that. I'll get you, my pretty.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously bitter about the bed and the throw. Because why mention it?
Yeah. So basically, they airdropped a nude to a stranger at a drag brunch, and now that stranger is dating this person's ex. But they only knew because they saw it.
Wait,
they saw the picture. So the picture that was sent from airdrop was from the stranger. but the person they got sent the
Oh,
picture.
I'm thinking they did it to them. It was the other way around.
Yeah.
So they got a picture of themselves,
Yeah.
a stranger.
Yeah.
Now I'm back.
Yeah.
So no, well, I still want to know why they were there anyway in that facility. That sounds a bit.
What, a drag brunch?
Yeah, but where was the boyfriend?
Oh right, okay. Well,
was it like, I'm gonna go there and see what he's really like? I want to see this bitch up close.
yeah.
I'm like, I've been dumped. I'm a mistake.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one because the technology thing like gets in the way. Like for me, turn all your fucking facilities off. If you don't want danger, Will Robinson, you make sure all that shit is turned off before you go. And then like they put these card protectors on to stop you getting scammed.
Yeah.
Turn the facilities off your phone if you don't want people seeing your dick pictures.
Okay. And what gets me is the gayness of this is I recognise the IKEA throw.
The throw.
The throw from IKEA. The Husbesleimen, that's what it would be called, wouldn't it? Something Swedish.
Husbesleimen.
Something Swedish. They call all their products something Swedish.
The Fujanga.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recognise the Fujanga throw.
My girlfriend thinks I go on monthly wellness retreats for mental clarity, but I'm actually going to a very exclusive underground sex club in Amsterdam, like Wise-Eyed Shut, but with lube and glitter. I wear a mask and use a fake name,
This is like that doc in earlier.
which they put in brackets Antonio, which I love. I've made friends, we have a WhatsApp group. I swear I love my girlfriend, but nothing clears my head like being chained to a rotating platform surrounded by strangers.
I mean, the fact you have to justify you loved your girlfriend and you leave her once a month to go be watched by people, go around like Puss in Boots. I mean, that's questionable. Are you looking for validation or is that a question? But yeah, nothing says to me more that I'm unhappy in my relationship that you're looking for things elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think the boy's in the wrong body. He just needs to go and live his best life somewhere else.
Clearly this person does. It could be a female, you never know. It didn't actually know it's Antonio, isn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
Antonio, my friend.
I think who he thinks is the one is not the one.
Yes.
And he's looking for sexual validation from other people.
Yeah.
I'd say the puss ain't cutting it.
Yeah.
So he needs to take himself off somewhere else.
But clearly, like some form of voyeurism because he loves the idea of people watching.
Yeah, this whole dogging voyeurism thing's weird. I mean, it's essentially like having a camera in your bedroom, every time you do something. I'm not one with you. If you could monetize it, I'm sure you would. Yeah.
Antonio, if you want to take me.
Look, reach out to Antonio, and you can spin him on the bed and watch him living his best life. But I genuinely don't know if that's a question or if it's looking for validation.
Yeah, it's like I swear
it's a confirmation, innit? Yeah.
I've always been nervous about dating. I haven't been on many dates, but started to recently. I'm a very decent guy, but have been ghosted a lot. I've heard similar stories from other people. I just don't get it. Why can't guys just be upfront and say, I'm sorry, I don't think it will work out?
Get it?
When you're not out?
No, like, there's a very... People are forced into an aesthetic of life, of who they should date, what they should be doing to be successful. It's almost like the list of wants.
Yeah.
I think I've spoken to you about this before. And it's very, very difficult then when you're in that cycle of...
Oh, he hates my list of wants.
I fucking hate that list. When you get stuck in that cycle of they have to be this, they have to earn that, they have to drive this, they have to live, they've got to have an Axminster carpet with a Cloud9 underlay and you get into the realms of perfectionism.
Yes.
And like I've said to you before, you've got to remember that what are you offering back?
So true.
And you might not be your perfect somebody's perfect back. And then that's very difficult to digest. And it's very hard when you completely bamboozle yourself with this list to look past it. My friend Julia will vouch for this. Is a conversation we always used to have on our Friday night wine nights.
Iconic.
Genuinely, I said, you've dated that many dickheads and accepted people treating you badly that you've walked past the good people because you keep going for the same thing. So when you're going to shock yourself and actually date outside of the list, and you might actually find somebody, worked for me, It worked for me, my list, when I
But
changed.
talking of lists, I'm going to interrupt Alex right now and say I have been waiting for this man to set me up on a blind date for the past 2 months.
Do you know why I'm
And
not
he
doing
keeps
it?
saying I'm not doing it
No,
because he
I'm
thinks
not.
I'm not going to like the guy and I'm going to
No,
scare the guy off.
I think you're walking with your list and you'll disassociate him straight away.
Well, I've tried everything to not have a list. I've tried to be nice. I've tried to be different. I've tried to do things differently to how I've done it in the past, and then I end up being the one who gets ghosted. I end up being the one who puts the effort in and doesn't get anything back, and then I'm left sat here
But
wondering why.
where's the source? Like, what's the pool? Like, where are you meeting these people from originally?
Some of these have been from, I'm not going to say it just in case. So, some of these have been from local places that I go to all the time, which is not sexual. It's the places I go to.
Gym.
Yeah. But I didn't want to say the gym because the person will know if they listen.
No, I mean, like, no, I'm saying they like red flag places, like gyms.
Okay, we'll keep it saying. Yes, the gym.
You know,
It was
genuinely.
this one with specific situation. It was in person. It was in the gym. It was phone numbers were exchanged. It was nothing.
That's completely fine.
Which is great, but then I get
Actually,
ghosted.
But it's a very.
So I relate to this person.
It's a very. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a very looks forward culture in the gym, isn't it?
Not
People
really.
are there to
No, that's a
make
stereotype.
themselves
No, gym
and people are there making themselves feel better mentally,
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
It is very centered around a perspective, whereas
Health.
yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're not just about that. And like, you know, I say to you, I want you to meet someone that's a broad church.
Yeah.
I want you to meet somebody that's about, you know, travel.
Yeah.
You know,
love that.
share similar TV shows,
Yeah.
enjoy the same kinds of music.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, going to concerts.
Yeah.
You both love Beyonce. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be, you know, centered around sex, appearance. You know, I think what this person's saying is that I struggle with the traditional sense because, you know, we hate to all say it, but we are driven,
By
you know,
looks.
by looks. We are genuinely, and sometimes we don't give good people a chance because we automatically say, I don't fancy them. But you don't know the person, and sometimes the looks is good, but looks won't keep you together. No, I get it. And what they're saying is why, but I do think that we need to stop going for the same type because if it's not working currently, moving forward, it's not going to work again.
But me personally, it's not about me.
It is about you.
No, if this, I didn't write this.
Cocktails with James.
So when I recorded the episode for my solo episode with this, I said I get it because I've been in both situations. I have done it.
Yes.
Where I've like whatever, I just won't reply, and there are the times where I've been the ghosted person. So it's not a nice thing. The advice I would say is try. If they're not meant for you, they're not meant for you.
Don't waste time
And
on
don't
people
waste
who will
time
waste time on you.
Yeah, and if that person, don't waste time with one. Yeah, what did you say?
Real
Don't
life
waste time on people who won't
waste time on you.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's like finding value in that pain a little bit in there because it hurts.
Definitely.
Being ghosted hurts.
It hurts like hell. But just remember that, you know, if you haven't got the audacity to at least tell me that you're not going to speak to me anymore, then I don't need to waste any more time thinking about the reason. Because you over analyze the reasons why until you create a whole situation that wasn't there before. I just think the people need to spice it up a little bit and date outside of their norm.
I agree.
Because someone will actually.
That's what I've been doing. I've been going for all sorts of ages, all sorts of people, professions, carpets, non-carpets, multi-agencies, abroad.
But do you feel like the unsatisfied virgin? Do you feel like you're just throwing good after bad?
I don't know what you mean.
The generational thing. No, but like, do you feel like you throw good effort and bad effort at a situation, you still get the same result?
I feel like I've personally, especially now, in being so open and ready, if something comes, it doesn't, that I'm putting good in and I'm getting bad in return.
Do you think it's to do with the original, like on our first meeting, is people get intimidated by the always going to be cunty?
Yes. And not in a good way. Yes, people think I'm going to be an absolute massive
Yeah.
silly Wenty.
And it is a real,
And it's
like,
so annoying because I've had so many people who I've gone on dates with who I've had a good time with, and then they'll message me and say, "You're so much nicer than I thought you were going to be. Or I really thought you were going to be so up yourself."
yeah.
Which I find mind blowing. If you even think that, you don't need to say it. Because if I was going to be like that, then your opinion was right. But if your opinion is wrong, you don't need to say, "Oh, I thought you were going to be a massive dick," because that then makes me in that situation think, what else were you thinking about me into
But
this?
I think people do it to validate.
Okay, open and honestly, I'm going to ask you now, what do I give off that people think, God, he's going to be a massive dick?
I've told you, like, in the thing before is the influencer thing. Because if you look
Like
at it
vanity.
first of, no, I mean, if you look at things first of how you'll get introduced, let's just say,
Yeah.
like your brother-in-law said, he's an influencer, he's done reality TV show. People automatically build up a situation where they already think, so this guy is successful, he knows himself, he's got a fully formed opinion. Then you turn up. I mean, you're 7'12",
I am.
attractive man,
Thank you.
and you turn up, and then you go, all right, so then we've got another thing there that forms a boundary for people who are insecure about themselves to think you're going to judge them like they've judged you. Because you do it back in their brain. You do.
Yeah.
You automatically set yourself up in that position of,
So they're judging me
gonna,
because I feel
they're
like
judging
they're
themselves.
better than me.
Yeah, they're judging themselves on your behalf. And they're thinking you're going to walk in and say,
Yeah.
you know, small menial person, oh my God, you don't deserve to shit on my shoe. So then they create this situation, and then when you turn up, and surprisingly, you're not any of those situations they've constructed in their mind, they want to reassure you then and say, James, it's an indirect apology. I'm sorry that you weren't that tit.
Yeah.
Because you're not that tit.
No.
But I misjudged you.
Yeah.
But there's no apology.
Yeah.
It's like when I did it, I was like, oh, I thought you were going to be a big wanker. But that was me essentially saying, I'm sorry I got you wrong, without actually apologising. But we do it. All of us do it to somebody or a situation, but none of us are brave enough to turn around and say, I got it wrong. They just tell you, I thought this of you. And you've just got to accept that as somebody saying,
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, I get that. It doesn't bother me that much. It's more like, because I've had it so many times, it has gotten so like, oh, okay, and that's another person saying.
It's like when you meet somebody famous. They say never meet your idols.
Yes, I agree.
And I've met people that I've really, really looked up to and admired and been very, very shocked by their behaviour. And I've met people that I've enjoyed, not been too keen on, and they completely 360'd me. Like, genuinely, I was shocked. I'll tell you, this is probably one that you'll go, oh, and it's like a local personality. On Drag Race, I was never a fan of Victoria Scone. Never ever a fan of Victoria Scone.
I've heard things about Victoria Scone though.
Well, I've heard things and I've seen things, and I wasn't very impressed.
Yeah.
I thought, girl, you need a slap. You need a slap. You need to come down a peg or two.
Yeah.
But genuinely, I went to see Sasha Velour in New Theatre in Cardiff. Someone I really, really loved. And this is going to, show it off. Victoria Scone was in the audience, but she also, every city he went to, there was a queen from that city that supported him. She came on, did the Tom Jones set. She was fantastic, amazing. Victoria blew me away. Sasha, exactly the same, blew me away. I was in awe. Person I'd really admired from a distance. During the interval, H from Steps was there as well.
Oh, he follows my Instagram. Hi, H.
He had signed my arm, and when Victoria was outside having a cigarette with friends, we went up and said hello and said that we'd enjoyed her. And she spoke to me and Mike like she'd known us for ages. She really embraced us. She laughed everyone around. She gave everybody a time.
Oh, amazing.
And genuinely, listened to people, and you might go, oh, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? You think, oh, she don't want to know that. She don't want to know you really inspired me out of a coma. These people that come up and say things, it's to make them feel like you changed my life, or when she embraced everybody in exactly the same way, and it really, really changed how I felt. I thought, you know what, you genuinely have a really, really nice life, and I misjudged you, and I'm sorry I did that because you changed my perspective. But then at the end of the show, Sasha Velour was doing a signing and meeting people upstairs, and we were told, don't talk to Sasha. Sasha has just done a show for you for over 2 hours. She's exhausted. You're lucky to be in the presence of this person. And genuinely, I was shocked because I would expect roles reversed. I thought that would have been the behaviour of Victoria and not Sasha. And to me, they're on par. They're really talented artists.
They are very talented.
And I just think, I understand that the ethos might be different. But Victoria greeted everybody and appreciated everybody. Sasha came with limitations, and I felt like I've invested in you in multiple ways, bought you books, attended shows, bought you t-shirts, and you don't want to meet me.
Yeah.
But yet Victoria didn't expect anything out of it. She was there supporting and completely embraced everybody there. And I think, how wrong was I? I gave my adulation to the wrong person. And I judged somebody wrongly. Yeah. So, sorry, Victoria.
Sorry, Victoria Scone.
And it just goes to show that we can judge people wrongly.
Yeah.
But people should admit then when they've done it wrong, like with you. And I think that's the way that people comfortably say sorry, because nobody likes saying it.
Yeah, it's like, I just think just don't say it.
Do you honestly? Because would you protect?
If I judged you for, oh, fuck's sake.
But secretly you probably did. But you just weren't vocal about it.
No, I didn't. I'm honest. I think from learned experiences of people doing that to me in the past few years, I've changed my mindset in trying to just take things on face value.
Okay.
I really have. I really try that my best. And with other things I've done in my life, in previous careers, where I've worked with so many different diversities of life, of culture, even in what I do now outside of social media, you have to take things on face value because you don't know what you're going to see in face until you're in that moment. So I'm so used to being like adapting to the situation when I'm there.
That is a rare quality, though.
I feel like,
because it's like everybody was brought up on there. You've got like 10 seconds when somebody meets you. And
subconsciously, probably, yeah.
And that's what I mean. We all do it. It's like when you go to buy a house, like they say, you either know or you don't know. You walk in, you get a feeling, and I feel like humanly, we all approach situations and make internal judgments. But like you say, not everybody vocalizes them, rightly or wrongly. I just feel like it's better, especially if you want to maintain long, honest relationships.
Yeah.
To be honest, right or wrong.
So you need friends and family or partners, husbands, wives, whatever, to be honest with you. And
I feel like it's important.
And if you're going off the rails or you're going in the wrong direction, you need that honesty.
Yeah.
It's delivery.
It's not always appreciated, and some of the best pieces of advice you'll have in your life will never be things you wanted to hear or thought you needed to, but they'll be the ones that serve you the most. And it's always the people who are the most honest you'll come back to, and you'll say, I should have listened to you, I didn't, for whatever reason. That's why you keep me around.
And that was Auntie section. Thanks so much.
That was easy, thank you.
That was good, and the only reason I ended it there is because in my notes it was end with a wise one-liner, and that is what you did.
And I didn't even know that I was supposed to do that.
That's why I thought, do you know what? That's good, that is.
Marvellous.
I'm not going to ask him again because he'll go off another 20-minute time.
I will. I won't stop.
So that was good.
But no, thank you for having me.
No, I'm not finished.
Oh, we have not finished.
Auntie L's dilemmas section is finished. Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
The dilemmas, the write-ins. I appreciate it. So thank you for those who have written in and who would like more in the future. Please do continue to write in because it makes my life. It makes me feel very much...
I feel like you've been really reserved with me, though.
In what way?
I mean, I know the pod thing got lost.
Because
I know you have some absolutely scandalous shockers that like literally make your hair fall out. People confess things to you and like tell you things.
What, in person?
No, on the interweb.
Oh yeah, but the ones I've used them for yesterday for my own, and I've had some different ones today. So I wanted, I got to keep it fresh.
PG,
fresh. No, not PG because talk about all sorts of things. I love to end the podcast, or some episodes, not all episodes, with a nice little bit of advice from people who have been on the show.
Okay.
And I would love for you to maybe give a little bit of advice for people who are trying to start something meaningful. So finding meaning within a business, a venture, something that they want to do to change their life. What advice would you give to people who are on the verge of going into something new and finding the meaning in that newness?
Do you know what? I'm going to quote something that I saw a few months ago. It's probably longer than that, but you know, like all these years and months turn into. So I'll say it was a few months ago. I went to see Richard E. Grant in the New Theatre. He was talking about a book that he'd released. And he mentioned how his wife sadly passed away with cancer. But before she passed away, she left him with a quote that was very, very poignant. And she asked him to promise that he would live his life in this way. And I think it's really, really important. And I think what she said was, you can attach it to anything, okay? But it's very, very true for getting you through. She said, Richard, I hope I'm doing this justice, and I know you're listening.
Yeah.
Richard, every day that you're here, I want you to find a pocket full of happiness in something. So when you have a really, really shit day, but then you look at your day in general, I want you to find that one thing that made you laugh, made you smile, made your day happy. And I think whenever you're doing anything, when you're doing a life, doing a business, when you're doing anything in general, in the really, really good days, that's easy to find. And you can take that for that day and run. But on the shit days, you've got to look for that pocket full of happiness, and that will be the thing that carries you through to the next. So I'd say to be successful, like with you, you know, find a pocket full of happiness today. You know, your podcast episodes, which will turn in tomorrow, which will be the editing, and then the next pocket will be the release day, and then it'll be the comeback comments. Find those little things that push you forward. Find those things that carry you through. The pocket full of happiness for life, because we've all got them. Even in the shittest and darkest of days, there is always something you can go, that's for today.
It's gratitude in chaos.
It is,
isn't it?
And there's always
That's
something.
lovely.
It's a shit sandwich, isn't it?
I love a shit sandwich.
It is. HR's greatest tool.
I don't like HR.
I don't either.
We don't like HR.
No.
So Alex's advice is finding gratitude in chaos, or just give yourself a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When times are tough, always look for the good bits.
They say that though, don't they? They say if you can find gratitude from the smallest things, that is where you'll find true happiness. And it's about and it's not being grateful for, oh my God, I'm so grateful I've hit my first million. I've got my sports car, I've got my business has become so successful. It's finding gratitude in the things that keep you grounded to keep going.
I'll give you another Auntie, one that I always bestow on people.
Okay, then I'm only going to choose one. That's good. I'll put them both.
You need to put both of them.
I'll put both in.
It's very, very important. I was told by my mum a long time ago for a situation to assess any life, and it's really, really important. She'd say, I know that there are people out there that will base their life based on materialistic things. I know there's people out there that will base success on things that really aren't that important. The first thing she said was, it's easier to cry in a Mercedes than it is on a bike. And that's very, very true. But also, to flip that is when you're at somebody's funeral and you stand by the side of their grave and you look in, nobody ever says, but they had a beautiful 4-bedroom house with a detached garage. They never said that Mercedes they drove, the leather interior was amazing. If they did, you're the wrong person. But what you do want them to say is, do you know what? I'm really going to miss them. They were a good person. They were a kind person. They were an honest person. They were a friend. You know, they were loved. The materialistic things come and go. Nobody remembers you by any of those things, but they'll always remember if you're a good or a shitty person. So if you're basing success on materialistic or followers or being on TV, it's a great thing.
That's not just me, by the way.
It might feel like it's aimed at you, but
yeah,
I mean,
it's
no,
for everyone.
no, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't base a life's worth on things that, when it matters, it
Are
doesn't.
meaningless. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. What matters is be kind,
Be kind. Show up.
be good, show up, love, and be loved.
There we go.
Really deep podcast.
It is a really deep podcast. It's all about, and that's why it's called Cocktails. James,
Yeah.
what does cock do? Get deep.
We gotta get deep sometimes. We gotta get deep.
Honestly, thank you so much for ending it like that.
No, thank you very much.
It's been really good.
I think it's nice that people listen to Broads. They look to you for scandal. They look to you for influence.
They do.
And now they look to you
as Mother Teresa.
As Mother Teresa.
But that's what it's about. It's about finding a balance of the chaos, the outrage, a little bit of advice, or just being relatable, and listen to your besties having a chat and being in that car, or that's what I want it to be. And even though I had like a plan together today, because Alex and I get on so well anyway, I knew it was never going to go.
No,
I
did think it was going to be more outrageous.
You thought it would be more outrageous?
I did think we were going to be outrageous. I don't think the tone. I don't think the tone called for it. I think
no, it didn't need to go.
It wanted what it wanted.
I think it's done what it needs to do.
Yeah.
I think it's been a good episode.
Good episode.
Have you enjoyed yourself?
I was very nervous.
I know everyone.
I was really nervous.
As soon as the mic goes in people's hands, they're like,
oh. It was weird because I've watched and listened to all of the episodes so far.
Thank you.
And I did that terrible thing where I judged how mine would be with theirs. Like a standard had been set.
Has it?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, everybody's brought their bag of crisps to the picnic. They all brought their flavours.
Yes, they have.
And I was just like,
I don't want to be insulted.
Reese was amazing.
Oh, stunning.
I love Reese.
I love Reese too.
Yeah, Reese is, home in here. Everything he speaks about, the scenarios.
Yeah.
Very like valleys.
He is the epitome of home, and he is. I don't know he's got this thing. I don't know how to describe it. Even having him as the guest, he's just such a captivating person.
Yeah. You want to be stuck on a bus stop with Reese.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna just go. It's gonna flow. You'll laugh,
yeah.
You'll cry. You'll enjoy it. Episode 2, fantastic. Lovely watching someone being empowered by skincare, especially men.
Yes.
Because as a sex, we struggle to discuss things like that. It's an oddity because it's not football or the clitoris. It's skincare, and that's great. And that empower. I loved hearing about his relationship journey.
Yes, me too. I like that. That was
and then
with Luke.
We had Harrod's girlie.
Georgina,
L'Oreal
ex-employee, and basically she educates all staff on everything L'Oreal sells in skincare, beauty, everything you can think of. And she's so knowledgeable. Obviously, she's very knowledgeable about what she's gonna sell, but also she's very passionate as well, and I like.
And that came through massively, and it's nice to be able to listen to somebody that's passionate.
And did you listen to my solo episode?
No, I didn't do the solo episode.
You didn't listen to that? That was the outrageous one.
Because I didn't want to listen because I didn't want today to be influenced by, because I thought you were going to give me some of the dodgy questions.
No, because my first episode solo that I released, which was last week, was actually the second episode I ever recorded of myself.
Was it?
Yeah. So that was filmed months ago. So anything that was said then is very different to maybe now.
Do I listen to this and then I'm going to get
It was about a 20-minute episode of me doing sex education for the gays, talking about wanking.
I don't need
sex.
I don't.
It was like where does the fingers go? Ruining a man's white sheets, douching. Yeah, that was the outrageous one.
I'm just But
you're not you're an outrageous person, but you don't have.
I'm not liberated in that.
You're
way.
not liberated in that way. So I think the confessions that came in were quite outrageous.
Going back to generational, because I've spent so much of my growing up life and evolutionary part of my personality trying so hard to not be and hide, to then just come into this where I'm wrecking Anus's conversation
Yeah, look,
feels
you're on a show called Cocktails.
feels really alien.
Yeah.
Because so much of growing up an identity was to not be the person you were supposed to be. And it's nice because you're liberating the elderly.
That's why I tell him everything I'm doing, because I want to make sure he's alive and he's still kicking.
Yeah,
But he's like, oh my god, these
Well,
things.
I can't understand that you can drop photos in someone's box and they
Yeah.
can get mad about a throw. I
Yeah.
mean, genuinely. Oh, it's gone crazy.
I did have one that I spoke about yesterday, which I'll talk about now, was some girl basically found her boyfriend's collection of other women's Instagram pictures on a file on their laptop, but it was cropped to just their waist, and they ended up having a foot fetish. And then she went a bit deeper. This is, I can show you the message, and it's true. She went a bit deeper and found a load of really dark stuff from the dark web on his computer as well.
See, like, how do you navigate that when you find it?
She said she left it all open, so when he got home he could see it, and she packed her bags and went.
Yeah, I think at that point you just leave.
Yeah.
There's no discussion.
No.
Because the person knows, and it's not to belittle
A fetish.
a fetish.
'Cause that's fine.
Because that's why you end up like me. That you don't speak about things openly with people because you've been told that everything's not.
Do you have a fetish?
I don't think that I
See,
do.
this is the question I didn't feel like I wanted to ask, because I look, you're my older auntie and my older
No,
friend.
but I'm open to speaking, like, completely openly.
Mm,
I've always said, you can ask me any question you want.
yeah.
But if you're offended by the answer, just remember you asked me the question.
I would never be offended. I'd probably be like, eh.
I mean, I'm
That's
always
my
giving it as
goal.
honest. Like, you always get that as girl. I know you've talked about this on your other podcast episodes, so I won't touch on it too much. But about, like, who's the man in the relationship?
Oh, right, yes, yeah.
Who's, like, what do you do in this scenario? How do you give a good blowjob? What's it like?
I would like to throw.
That kind of question.
That was part of my other episode.
And then I go, oh, blah, 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 and they go, oh, no, too much information. I think, well, why did you ask me? If you genuinely wanted to know,
yeah,
you can't be disgusted by the answer because you asked the question.
Okay, then what's fetish?
My fetish?
Yeah.
I genuinely don't. It's weird because I fall in that I'm a gay man, but I love tits.
What, female?
Not in the perspective of you get the girls out. I mean,
female boobs.
yeah, I get hypnotised by boobs.
Do you?
Yeah, genuinely.
So what? Like,
I like a good set of boobs, not in a sexual way.
oh, okay. So
I just really appreciate tits, and I think
I'm laughing at how you
tits
said
are
that.
great. I don't want to rub them in my face.
No, I don't think you would.
But I love a good fun bag.
A what?
A fun bag.
That's what they're called.
Well, that's what I call them.
Boobies, fun bags. Okay, fair enough.
But I fetish is so broad now.
Yes.
I would put them down to the standard, like, feet, crushing what sits in your bed before you have a wank, just like weird. Because people do, like,
They do?
things like that, noises that I don't get the ASMR.
ASMR.
I don't get that. Yeah, if I want to hear something crinkle, it'd normally be like me putting a duvet over my face. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't get it, but I know that's a thing, and that's great. My stance is, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, and you don't have to hurt somebody to get off on it, then I'll celebrate that for you, baby.
Yeah, so that whole story in Amsterdam then is a no-go for you.
Yeah. I mean, what's
my stance on it?
Yeah.
On what, that confession?
Everything. Fetish, confession.
I think fetish is a fetish. Love what you love, do what you do.
Yeah.
If it gets you off, it gets you off. No one should be kink shamed.
No.
Obviously, safety is first. Have a safe
Safety
word.
first.
Safety first. Have a safe word. You don't want to die or break an arm, or you don't want to literally mutilate yourself for sex, because once it's all said and done in those 5 minutes,
yeah.
You're left with no, exactly. What?
Well, you don't want to strangling the fixation.
No, exactly. Don't kill yourself over it. I think, but when it comes to, it just shows people's lack of care, who they're with, if they go in and getting their fetishes done by other people, or it is going to hurt someone or mentally scar someone.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
It's not worth it. If you're happily single, live your best life, do you? You're not hurting anyone. Hopefully, you're not hurting yourself. But if you are going to be hurting somebody in that situation, it's where you have to say, stop. Okay, am I in the right situation? Am I with the right person? Because people in relationships, if you are fetishizing something, they tend to do it together. Or if they say no, that's not for me, you respect each other's boundaries.
Yeah, if it's something you don't share.
That was good advice.
And what for you?
I know, and I can't believe that flows.
That absolutely flowed out.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I am. Oh my God, James.
Back to carpet.
You're growing. Yeah. But no, I think it shouldn't be shamed. It should always be safe. It should always be consensual. You shouldn't, I know I'm doing that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've got a fetish that I don't know is a fetish. That is a fetish. Fetish.
He's just an open man.
Yeah, I mean, they say try anything once.
Sex don't stop at 40.
No, it doesn't. It gets better, actually.
Oh, that's good.
No, it does.
Good.
Because you know yourself and your body enough. You've been through all the shit, so you know all the good is. Yeah, just explore and learn.
And that's it.
The body's a tool.
Where can everybody find you and the amazing skincare brand that you are?
So we're available online at arcadesc.com.
Just Arcade Skincare.
Yeah.
But just SC.
Just SC made it less complicated.
Yes, yeah.
I hate typing long words. And then our Instagram is run by my wonderful sister-in-law, and it's at arcade.skincare on Instagram. We are on Facebook and TikTok, but I don't know those. I just work in the kitchen making the skincare.
So what was the Instagram?
At arcade.skincare.
I believe they're both the same.
Are they?
On TikTok.
You probably know better than me.
Yeah,
you work with Emma.
Yeah. And a big shout out to the Arcade team as well. I love every single one of them. It's been great. So thank you for embracing me into your family and so early on into the journey. So it's been great to see you grow in success.
You've been there from
to grow
near
in
enough
success.
from the inception.
Yeah, near enough, and they're growing amazingly fast and really well. Like, I know that you don't probably care about the numbers, but I'm enjoying watching you grow to nearly 10k on Instagram already, which is fantastic. So I've been loving that. So well done to Emma.
Emma has done a phenomenal job.
Emma has gone from doing something completely different to go into social
media. Emma was a retail assistant in the range, who then worked with me as a cook in a care home. To then being nabbed and brought on board, and literally all she knew of social media was what she enjoyed personally at home.
Yeah.
So I mean, the growth. James has helped a lot.
Trying to help. I've tried to give advice.
There's another lady, Business with Ree.
Yeah.
She's done some media content, training stuff. But no, she's phenomenal and people really love the content.
It's good, it's fun, it's relatable, and
I keep getting bothered because I'm not on there.
It's Arcade, like, their content is so good because it's not following trends, it's not trending, like, it's some bits of trends, but it's also focused around their messaging and their meaning.
Yeah.
And Emma's really good at getting that out, so just a big shout out to Emma for relaying such great quality information in a simple way for everyone to consume.
It's very pro-choice. We'll inform you, let you know what's available. The important thing is to not buy into this culture of packaging and all the shiny sparkly things, which are gorgeous.
Yes.
And they're wonderful. But I think we just need to learn a little bit more about what's inside the counts.
Yes.
For everything.
We will have to get Alex back for a part 2 of going into the behind the scenes of skincare and the world of skincare, because there's a lot that
it's quite dark,
hasn't been said.
Yeah.
And I think we were going to get into it, but I think we went off on a beautiful tangent in another way, which I'm really happy it went that way. But there is so much more to be said in a way of education about looking after yourself whilst you're trying to go into wellness and skincare.
Yeah. And everybody remember that there's no set journey. Everybody's body is different. And as James will explain to you as well, that not every product will be the right product.
Yes.
You have to find yourself. And that's the fun thing, is exploring.
That's the fun thing about
on
skincare.
all levels of life.
Mm-hmm.
Try things, meet new people, see new things.
Yeah. Experience new holes. Sorry, I brought that down a bit, did I?
Yeah. And then there was the Auntie then going, oh, geez.
Yeah. I think we can call it there.
I think that's the end of the cocktails.
We'll end on the hole.
We'll end on James's hole.